Welcome in, Gakkai. I think now I'm audible. As I mentioned, I am actually doing a little bit of research. I've built quite a lot of my level. I'm just looking for inspiration for an area that's going to be quite hard to work around. So I'm hoping to get a bit of inspiration from Anniversary, actually, of all games. Okay, so that works, that doesn't. Yeah, this is Konrad Majewski's mod, and I absolutely live for this model. It's absolutely stunning. I think this is the perfect iteration of how a remake or a remaster quality of level for a character it should have if they would ever make some sort of remake that's, you know, more faithful. And yeah, I think she's quite similar, although I think she's a little bit better. The Fortnite Lara has a very small head, and I have a very huge issue with that. Now, this one is just absolute perfection. I have no issues. She's just absolutely perfect. The holsters, why do we have the control system like this? That should do. Yeah, whatever. That's better. But yeah, she looks absolutely stunning. My only irk is that she doesn't get wet in the water. Like, she doesn't get the hair and the water shine on her body, but I don't really care. She's too perfect for me to complain about anything, really. What I hope to, research, really, is the concept for, a cistern. I think you've seen the bits and pieces of my level, what I've shown in the short video that I shared. The idea is to basically bring her back. I mean, bring a little bit of inspiration from the classics without copying over. I initially considered copying Cistern level and just adapting it from there, but to be honest, I think it's a bit too convoluted. The entire level is a bit too much, and I don't want this segment. It's just a segment of a level, rather than just an entire level, so I just don't want it to be overbearing in the size and everything. I have applied a lot of rats into my levels, so I think it should be homage enough. I don't know, I just love rats in Tomb Raider. I always love the squeaky sound they made when they were killed in Tier 1. I think Tier 1 rats are just the most adorable, even though they're absolutely humongous in size. Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone hates Cistern. I love the Cistern in Tier 1. I can't believe people actually hate it so much. But I'm not researching it for, like, level structure because I already have a concept of these. The thing is, originally, in Tier 1, I think those were supposed to be aqueducts which have fallen apart, because they do look like that, and I think they kind of like, they made this look like just a walkway, really. I think it was supposed to be an aqueduct, like in Tier 1, they had aqueducts, around Midas's palace. So that tells me that this was supposed to be, originally, I mean, this room, like the ceiling, this is giving me a proper cistern vibe, except these were supposed to be columns, and there are only two leftovers here, and here. There's just like two leftovers. But the problem being, there is nothing on the floor that indicates that they were ever that there was ever any connection of these columns to the floor. There is nothing on the floor that they would stand on. And, you know, I've seen a lot of not aqueducts, but cisterns. Actually, my city has a cistern system that has been built in the turn of 19th and the 20th century. It was built pretty much in line with the old style cisterns. Deathly Karma, hi. Welcome on in. The thing is, yeah, originally I thought this was supposed to be a cistern, but, like, if this was supposed to be, an aqueduct, then these water ducts would lead to absolutely nowhere, and that's one of my biggest issues with this. I was thinking about making, broken pieces. I just need to find the proper, animating. Not here long because I'm at work, but just wanted to say hi, Navbite, welcome on in. Thank you, thanks so much for coming. Even if it's just for saying hi, I do appreciate it. So yeah, they really butchered the idea of an aqueduct here. I mean, this looks like a set of underwater cistern / aqueduct, but also it doesn't. Because you can see that these ducts that were supposed to be aqueducts don't lead to anything, so it's just pointless. But yeah, that's Crystal for you. They favored the looks. The ceiling is absolutely what I'm aiming for. I'm going to try and build something like that. Because that ceiling is giving a proper cistern vibe. This is how cistern would have been built, and yep, one of the best iterations of Lara's fan-made models. I think she's just absolutely perfect. Even I love the ponytail so much. It's just perfect. I want this so much in a proper made Tomb Raider game. Like, officially, this needs to be an acknowledgement of the classic Lara vibe and style and look. She's just absolutely everything. Oh yeah, the Yerbatan cistern in Istanbul. I think it's almost directly under Hagia Sophia, or very nearby. So yeah, I definitely think that. So yeah, I was definitely aiming to connect some these columns with the floor. I mean, this looks like there was supposed to be. Wait a second, what? Oh, I know why this is for. What this is for. I thought this is for jumping, but actually it's Yeah, that's the same thing in my city. When the cistern is during maintenance, they lower the water level to basically nothing for maintenance reasons, which is really just making sure that there is no calcification and no contamination of the walls, but they're perfectly pristine. I love the look of it. It looks pretty much, the ceiling looks pretty much like that in most of the cisterns I have seen. So this is funny. They left a column just to have these things mounted, so you can actually move the water pallet around. That is interesting. I never found that. I mean, yeah, I imagine that you would need to move it around if you misplaced it, so I guess they put it here. I've never used it. It's funny. I never realized it was a thing. I just discovered this now because I started looking at the ceiling. So funny. You find there's something in the game that's it's quite old. It's gonna be 20 years in just 4 years. Is it? Am I just? It's 2007. In 2017, it was 10 years old, so my god. In just 4 years, this game is going to be 20 years old. How? What I love about this segment of the level, what I love about this segment of the level is the ambience of it, and I intend to use this ambience in my level, in that segment, which is going to have an underground cistern that is powering up the Roman bathhouse that I've been building. So, yeah. Like, I don't know, this ambience is just giving everything. I love the vibe in here. It's terrifying, it's creepy. I love that there are these support channels, although they should make them a bit longer, and they should, like... One thing I loved about, like, Angel of Darkness is that when they built, but originally when they built the Louvre storm drains in Angel of Darkness, they actually built parts of the geometry that was in the background that you would never supposed to go into, but it gives you depth and it gives you the idea that this is connected to something. Like the fact that these tunnels have no reason to exist because they have nothing in them. They end like a meter inside. It's just such a sloppy work. I just can't. It's just, I know, I came to look for research, but I'm also researching what not to do. Like, I'm just, Christ, they were really lazy when they designed this. They just did the bare minimum when it comes to, like, making this, like, I know that this is supposed to be a cistern, but it doesn't give the proper vibe of a cistern for one reason. These things are not proper channels for an aqueduct, and they connect to nothing, and this is a closed area. You don't even see where the water is coming from, because when you look inside of these channels, they're dead ends. There is nothing. The water flow that is coming, it is coming from nothing. Like, I remember that, oh my god, the camera. Love the camera in these games, like, Jesus. Why is it going away from the... Fine. Like, this is, like, literally just the AI in this game. It's just very binary. It's either chasing you or not, and if it's not, it's just going away. Ah, no worries. No worries. It's all good. I'm having a holiday, but that doesn't mean that you guys don't work. Of course you do. Yeah, one of the best things in probably in all the LAU is the soundtrack. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I do like the soundtrack in all of the LAU games. Probably Anniversary and Underworld more than Legend, even though Legend had a very brilliant soundtrack, but it was too musicy. I live for the ambiance, if you know what I mean. One thing I love is that these water sounds, you know, there's no music here. Oh, it's your birthday. Yeah, of course. Happy birthday again. But yeah, I get it. You're working from home. I'm working from home all the time. But I didn't throw it down. Jesus, stupid me. By the way, if anyone wants to get a faster way up, this is the fastest way up. They haven't even considered that someone might roll up the sliding slope, and you can literally overwork that. Oh, there's the box. Yeah, me too. I don't understand why the PC version looks worse than the Xbox 360. The Pro OST is probably the best. Because it's actually more ambience, it's very quiet, it's very atmospheric. I mean, don't get me wrong, England has a great OST as well. I'm surprised that this hasn't fallen apart, but whatever. This height, it would have probably shattered, but... What I love about Anniversary is that the camera is far away from Lara, so it doesn't sit sticking to her back. I really prefer that style than the modern games where you literally just see the shoulder and the head of the character. You don't see the legs, you don't see the waist, you just see their fucking arms and head. I really hate that in third-person perspective games. It's a travesty how close they have to keep the camera to the character. Oh wait, I forgot. Oh, never mind. I'm just playing this for research and stuff. Whatever. Yeah, the next gen features missing from Anniversaries and Atrocity. I did have the coloring here, as you probably can see. It's a bit more juicy and saturated because I'm using reshade features here. Very moderate, nothing fancy, but you know, just had to improve a bit. That's what the ceiling column was for with these. I do love the lighting here. If you look, it's definitely from below, and I do like that effect. I think I'm gonna aim for something like that in the level as well when I'll be lighting it. You mean when she's doing the hair thing? Yep, I love that animation so much, and it's actually both in Legend and Anniversary. So, well, actually, it's faster to climb over there. Save myself some time. I was kind of disappointed that it wasn't in Underworld, but then again, I noticed that Underworld actually implemented some of those animations automatically, so I didn't mind in the end. By the way, have you ever noticed that she has a transition animation from swinging to turning to the side? Like, look at this. She has a transition from like from under every angle. You see that? And she had different animations to turn around. Yeah, but they're properly blended, so to speak. That's one thing that Underworld was lacking. They didn't have the time to actually teach the engine to blend the animations, and they started glitching. They took themselves a year off the development to make this a proper... Oh my god. Aiming for jumping in this game. I don't miss it, I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I have to do the palette again. I also have to say that giving this effect, these acoustics, I don't know how to say that, these water reflection. I don't think it's the number of animations, because this is a standard. They went ahead and they created a lot of animations, which I really appreciate, because that's how modern games use. The problem being with heuristics, problem being they just didn't know how to properly make how to properly use mocap in a video game, because they've never done that. See, Cole was smart. They went for motion capture in Angel of Darkness for cutscenes and left it there. They didn't try because ticks. Well, and they went for handmade animations, although Angel of Darkness had its own issues with animations, I'm afraid. Yeah, swimming animation in AOD is weird. I mean, I know the basic animation is fine, but it sometimes does something with her legs. It's weird. I don't like it either. I should have turned off these acoustics here, although I don't know. Maybe they shouldn't. I don't know why I did that. I don't care about the secrets. I love how they exploded themselves that this is absolutely empty room with nothing. It's pretending to be a tunnel bringing in the water, but they didn't even bother to make this a properly finished. It's just... Is it? Is that? How? Tell me. Worthless Floss, welcome on in.
Hello there.
You mean the same effect that is on the floor of a water room? Animated texture sequence. I don't know how to create it. Animated texture sequences. Jesus. It's not easy then. I thought it was just a setting or a feature that I missed. You do that to the water surface, everyone knows how, right? What do you mean? You mean how to animate water surface texture? Hey, how they simplify this section, and that's that. You're done with the cistern level in Anniversary. Such a shame. It definitely could have been more inspired. Yeah, spank that ass, Lara. You should totally be able to climb this from the water surface. Her arms are longer than the distance between the water level and the edge, but yeah, whatever. If you can swing on that. Nope. Just for dragging. Oh yeah, okay, whatever. Anyway. I saw what I wanted to see. I don't know if you guys have seen. I don't think anyone has seen the level I've been working on. Just show it real quick. It doesn't have an ending sequence, so I'm just gonna have to. More of I'm looking for inspiration. I'm just more like I know I have to create a system level. And then just, you know, and I just needed a visual reference more like anything. I don't want to copy or like replicate what Tier 1 has done with it. So it starts off nicely. Lara is being attacked by a thug in an alleyway. I'm going to expand the street level a little bit because it feels a bit confined. At least in my opinion. But anyway, I'm using AUD Lara. Yeah, that was Anniversary. Yeah, that was Anniversary, but with a modded model. It's not the original model from the game. It's a mod that's on the Nexus mods made by Konrad Majewski. He's one of the community fans who's also a graphic designer, and he made this astonishing model for Anniversary that is just like blowing my mind every time I see it. I made some changes. If anyone has seen the earlier versions, now we're using a little bit more animations. Even have given the rat the sounds from Tier 1 because I love them so much. Import object, non position to Ah, that's how you do it. Yeah, okay, that makes sense. By the way, is it just me, or in 10 you can't grab that ledge on your way down? I tried doing it and she doesn't want to do that. I don't know what's wrong here. I hope it's not something I'm doing. It's a known bug. Okay, so it's gonna be fixed. Okay. Well, it's not necessary. She doesn't get any force damage from that distance, so I'm not bothered. I'm just wondering if that was intentional, because you can't also perform a false drop to the ledge below you because of that, and I'm just wondering if this is intentional thing of the engine, or am I missing something? By the way, you can't climb the roof because I blocked it from being climbable. She can just grab the ledge. This is literally just to open this segment of the streets to open the courtyard that she was in. So now I can actually traverse. I've added the new fog feature, and I do love how the fog works right now in 10 engine, because it resembles Chronicles. Yeah, I'm trying to make this look like a proper place. You know, with this entrance here, a little bit secluded and closed off. But yeah, the fog requires precision and tweaking and testing, because it can be overbearing quite a lot. Stealing someone's ammo. You then go to the sewers, you know, standard Roman sewers. Close off gates. Some rats. So some open grates, so you can see that there's surface and rain coming in. I love that little bit of detail. And this is amazing that you can actually make these climb animations over these small gaps. Learn how to utilize it in certain scenarios. But look at this water and the fog in it. It's just looking so great. It gives it a bit of depth, so it feels like this water has volume, and it's not exactly the cleanest water, so it completely makes it different than any other water tank or surface you can find. Oh yeah, I've changed the ambience, so in the sewer segment there is a bit different ambience than on the street level, but it's still from the Rome levels and Chronicles. Oops, almost fell down. Actually, the ambience is a bit too loud. I wish this wasn't shooting at me when I'm changing the sound that is showing you that the loudness is changing. I really don't like that. Oh shit. I wanted to make a noise. The sound? I do hope so, because it's the most annoying thing ever. I hate it from the day one I heard it. It should be... I don't know why they changed it. It should be like in Tomb Raider 4. You know, they making it sound louder, and just the ambience, the sound is terrible right now. It's just unbearable. I do like the bodies are staying. Yeah, I know it's made from scratch, but yeah, it is annoying nevertheless. By the way, the climb that you have it works with the jump button and the action button, so you can actually use either. Yeah, the jump from the monkey swing is really great. They're very helpful because it gives you a little bit of jump if you need to jump to a surface that is not directly below the monkey swing, so like a ledge or something. I don't know if you can hear the echoing. It did give the reverb appropriate level, but I'm not sure if this is audible on stream. So as you can see, this is where it ends. There's something further down below, some sort of machinery, pipes. You can't access that. There's no way of opening this. Here's a little rat giving you an idea where you can go next. You can try going here, but that's gonna be a dead end with some trash and debris. By the way, have you ever used the bump maps, Gecko? You enable bump maps in your level? I've noticed that the bump maps are actually giving yeah, I've noticed that in some instances where the flares are like directly in on the surface of the ground, it actually gives you the nice effect, the nice lighting effect. Yeah, the ground. Yeah, this is just so great. This was something that was missing from day one. Ever since she learned how to crouch. And I'm so glad that it's here. Does this look familiar by any chance? She dies on slopes now. What does that mean, dies on slopes now? What do you mean by that? Yep, I had to. I just had to. Blue Storm Drains is one of my favorite levels in AOD. I just had to. Oh, that's what you mean. Aligns to the ramp. That's great. That's really great. I also tried to match the lighting of AOD because lighting in Louvre Storm Drains in AOD is a very specific. I don't know. It just suits her, I guess. By the way, I learned the hard way that she could actually climb it if this was the same level as the rest of the ground, so I made a broken ground instead. Because I couldn't have that. Another thug. This one actually drops something useful. Ah, that pickup is also very useful. She doesn't have to jump to the crouching position. Yeah, I hope I'm conveying that, like, that this looks like a piece of a sewer, rather than just built for the gameplay. That's why I built so much redundant stuff, like, that there are rooms over there that keep going even though you never reach those places, like there's a corridor, there's a door, you know, that it gives you an idea. It doesn't end immediately where you need to be, doesn't end with the gameplay, it actually serves some sort of function. That's one thing that always is, like, it's elementary for me for a game to work. You know, that's why even I built a corridor up there, even though you don't actually get to see it. So you can... You see, it doesn't end there, it's not a wall, because when you change the position and the perspective changes, it conveys that there is more room down there, so yeah. No, I don't know how to make it work. I found the valve switch in Chronicles Ward, but it doesn't want to work. I found actually where you can crowbar the valve out of the wall or switch, but she uses it as a normal. Just be prepared. Oh yeah, you did that. You did a lot of redundancies, or they say a lot of stuff that you don't access. But I think that just tells about the quality of the level building. If you just build the gameplay elements, they just look too convenient for Lara, you know. That's why I built like these ledges here that you can climb them, but they give you nothing because you can't get to where you need to go otherwise, because you need to overwork it, but you know. I got to flip the lever. Mean rat. I even tried to put a lot of stuff, you know, like equipment lying around, debris, bottles, so it's not sterile. Yeah, she slows down and you can't sprint again. If you sprint soon enough, she will, but she slows down. And then she will always, you know, be very, very slow. And there are multiple ways to traverse this. I prefer this way, but you can also jump to that ledge and jump over here. It's not a biggie. I don't know if you can hear it. You made that ledge hop animation? Oh my god, you really did a great job. I don't know if you can hear that. The water sound that is in AOD is also here. I don't know if it's loud enough. I need to move it closer to the camera. Not that you can just make a proper jump to this ledge and just traverse it, so you can shorten the time you're on the ledge. Fun fact, this door leads to the same... You can hear it. Yeah, it's not loud right now, but... It's this sound. I don't know if you can hear that. I also made it... I made an approximation that it's echoing through the chamber, so you can hear it at some points in the level. This corridor, you can't actually see into it because the camera, you can't look when you're jumping, which is annoying. But it actually leads to the sewer section that you access from the city level, so it's not like it's just unconnected to anything, you just don't see it. By the way, the switch at the top opened this hatch, so yeah. I will probably mount some cameras later on, it's just like for me. I do love like working with the shadows that you can enable. I do love working with those. So something has changed. Okay. Yeah, I don't know how to change that sound. I tried it and I broke the button. It didn't work anymore, so I reverted it back to original. By the way, my favorite thing I'm most proud of, this room and everything in it. Welcome to an abandoned Roman bathhouse. Isn't it just absolutely... I outdid myself. I have never built anything so intricate and elaborate, and I freaking love it. Because I've even based it on how Roman slash Greco-Roman bathhouses looked like. More or less, of course. Other gays mingle. Yep. Pretty much, yep. So you can see there's some... There used to be probably lovely plants here, but it's overgrown and wild now. It's also a bit dark. Closed gates. Keyhole that doesn't seem to have anything in it. Chopped off piece of the ceiling. You know, this little storytelling that tells that this place has been abandoned and fallen apart. So there used to be like a high level of, I don't know how to call it, but you know, almost like a balcony thing, but it's been falling apart. So, side rooms, because that's what they had. They had little smaller rooms with pools in them as well. Some Greco furniture, table, you know, mezzanine. I don't know. English is not my first language. I don't know these fancy words. I tried to figure out where's the best place for an entrance, and I just figured this one would be... I mean, normally in Greek and Roman, how would you say, bathhouses, there used to be side rooms. And fix the collision with that thingy. But yeah, there used to be either changing rooms or massage rooms, stuff like that. Yeah, some of the paintings are definitely Minoan. I did take like a bit of liberty to add stuff like that because, you know, it's still Greek-like. Oh, by the way, this texture, it looks so good when it's lit by a flare or something. It's just, oh, massage rooms, yeah. Special massage rooms. I love this mud, by the way. So, any ideas what you do here? Like, what is this? What do you do in this room? It has some functioning elements already. There's like a balcony there, which actually has some depth in it. If you remember, I picked up something in the sewer from one of the thugs, so they're searching probably for the same thing I am. I made a little bit of ceilings curved. Yeah, I was thinking if they're not too flat. I will probably like make some alterations. Oh Christ, that stupid camera reverting back this way. I tried to set it, but I think I made a misclick somewhere in the flyby. I don't think you can see it from here, but nope. Damn it. Door over here get opened. So I have stairs up there. There's going to be side rooms, so whatever. This is just like I built the bare minimum just for testing it. I saw a rat. I know you're there. Come out. Yeah, they had a system to turn on the lights in the bathhouse. And now... illumination is in progress. Or in effect, whatever. But there you go. A little bit of ambiance. This is absolutely optional. If you don't find the lever, nothing changes to the gameplay. It's just a little bit of optional to give you an idea that this is a working... this used to be a functioning bathhouse that had some sort of mechanism and stuff. If there are unlit torches, it's because they're no longer working, but overall this is intentional, so... yeah, that's true. I need to fix these doors, the gates, because they glitch through the wall out here. But it looks a little better when it's lit, isn't it? And the ambience is also from Anniversary, obviously. I think it's from Colosseum, but I'm not sure. I don't remember. Just recorded a longer period of ambience with nothing else. And yeah, that's the outcome. By the way, I have to say, lighting, look at how the light from the torches works perfectly with the objects here. Like this entire alcove is an object, but it's properly lit. I think so, because when I flip map, unless they were placed originally, I placed them after the flip map was introduced, but yeah, I think they will be separate thing. Now this texture looks so great when it's having the fire here. And this is going to be the way to the flooded now cistern segment. I've even made textures look like, you know, the water's been creating some deterioration and stuff. By the way, these textures are from Assassin's Creed Odyssey. Don't ask. I hate the game, but the texture and the artistry looks really great. So basically, that's where I've ended. This is what I built so far, and the idea is to build further down below, which is going to be the cistern system. I need to... I think I'm gonna create a room that connects to one of these. It's gonna convey that there is some sort of drainage system. Not that I'm gonna drain this pool any time, but I think I want it to look like it can, like it has some sort of water source, because right now it's just elaborate with tiles, but that's about it. I do love the lighting in here. I reworked this room a lot of times to have the proper lighting and objects to be properly lit. I'm quite proud of how this actually turned out to be, and I do like how the light actually works with objects, especially this alcove here. These two alcoves, like, look, the light on them is properly reflecting that this part would be shaded because of this gap here. I don't know, I've done nothing about it, I just made sure that this has a proper dynamic lighting and it works, so I'm just so happy that it worked out. I don't know why the foliage is kind of unlit properly. And I made sure it's dynamic and lighting. I don't know, it's probably the object itself. But it's weird because this object is reacting to light properly, so I don't know. Oh well. And I love that you can actually add echoing, like the reverb, into the rooms now. I really love that. Whenever it is in a TRLE, it just adds to the volume and the reality of the room and everything in it. So yeah, gives it depth, the proper feel of a size. So yeah, that's what I've built so far, and go building from here onwards. Ah, stop, Gecko. I'm not. I just know Tomb Raider well enough to build a level that looks like Tomb Raider, but also looks fresh. I've seen so many TRLEs, but I don't ever recall anyone building a bathhouse, so I was like, yeah, I definitely want to have a bathhouse here. And you know, Rome had a lot of those. They had a lot of luxury and stuff like this. Originally, I actually used a completely different texture for the floor, but it works better when it's dark, so I used the Chronicles Rome one, but originally I used the Anniversary one all over the place, and it looked so bright. It just didn't feel proper, so I removed it and swapped to this one, and I think it works better when this is actually making the full coverage rather than the other. Oh, that's right, they have Metro. I can't imagine how they build a metro with so much ancient stuff built around it, but then again, not every segment of Rome... Not every segment of Rome has the metro reaching everywhere, so I assume that this is the part that actually doesn't have anything. By the way, placing the fire sprites... Yeah, I can't imagine, like, the city that has more than 2,000 years of history, when you're trying to, like, even build a sewage system or bring water drains somewhere, and it's just like, oh, hello, we have an ancient site, Blocked for next 3 years for excavation. Archaeologists come in. Like, Jesus. Oh yeah, they absolutely do, and they have to. Especially places where, you know, there was a lot of ancient presence. Like my city, nothing. The city was built up on bogs and forests, so there was no trace of ancient civilization. But yeah, like medieval cities that Poland has a lot of them, yeah, that must be a bitch when they're doing any underground work. Because they have to accommodate a lot of potential archaeological discoveries. The most archaeological discoveries, oh look, I'm burning. Oh Jesus, I forgot about this. Oh no. Oh well, just gonna die. Nope, not gonna die. Forgot that you can actually catch fire. I wanted to change to non-violent fire, but then again, it's very it doesn't give any light. By the way, do you like these columns? I don't know. I know they don't look curved, but that wasn't the aim. They do look kind of 3D almost because of the quality of the texture. I know they don't look like they're 3D, but yeah. Which plant with collision? This plant has very little collision because I decreased it to a point where you can literally just run all around it. Because it annoyed me. Yeah. Every other foliage in the level, except for tree trunks, they have no collisions. Although I considered for one moment to remove it altogether, but I decided not to. I love how this texture behaves under the fire. I know, it's a silly thing, but look, from a distance, it looks almost like photorealistic with the lighting acting around it. Like, it looks really fucking good. I just chose it, but... I do like this part that some pieces have fallen into because the place is collapsing. I was thinking about adding that to other locations, other areas of the room, but I want this place to be really well preserved somehow. You know, it just felt right. But maybe a chunk here and chunk there. Actually, this texture also has bump mapping, but it doesn't convey too well until the light source is really close. Which is a shame because it's a beautiful texture. So yeah, originally this was all the flooring in the entire bathhouse, but I didn't like the way it looked. It looked almost sterile, and I didn't enjoy that. The way it looked so sterile and so pristine, and I don't know, it looks better this way. Anyway, it's Chronicles inspired level, so I guess having some Chronicles based textures is fine. Oopsie. Oh, by the way, I've fixed an issue that a lot of people had in their TLEs. They're texturing a floor tile underneath the raising block. I actually cleared the texture off, and when it's closed... What is a grunge map? What is that? Grunge maps? Oh, I forgot to add the broken column here. Fix that because this one has it. To make them look old. Oh yeah, okay. Well, I don't think it would help to this texture, this one that Lara's standing on. Because it's a bit washed out. I mean, originally I think it was from Anniversary and it's supposed to look old and washed out, but in this setting, in this level, it made everything look very white and clean and, I don't know, not very washed out at all. I love how this is just a single chunk of grass, but it's so big that I can raise it and post it at 3 different. I mean, it's tall. Like this grass object is very, very tall, but you can literally make it stand out with just the tips. Oh shit! Not again. Sure, why not? Alright, you clumsy fool. That's totally on me because I keep jumping under the fire. Like, look, this is the same object. I decreased its size and just made it stand out a little bit, and it looks like totally different elements, totally different grass tiles or objects. I love how you can change the size of an object in the editor so easily. Changing its scale. I wonder if you can do that with Lara. You know, make her small Lara, like this place. It would make her very, very small, and this place look really, really large. I don't think she would be able to make. Yeah, I'm kind of scared, but I'm also kind of tempted. This room is a bit too bright, but then again, if I make it too dark, these stupid columns go so freaking dark you can barely see them at all. They're just blackness. Anyway, going back to building parts of the level. So yeah, this is as much as I built. Yeah, I don't think it will work, but you know. But you never know. You could be surprised by what the engine allows you to do. There we go. Let's try. I have a problem with how to introduce the entrance to the cistern. Hey, the 13th. Hope you're doing good. Welcome on in. Enjoy your lunch. Hope you have something good for lunch. Assassin's Creed 2? What do you mean Assassin's Creed 2? Oh, I have it installed. Yeah, okay. Yeah, my desktop, I forgot. I mean, I have nothing to hide on my desktop, so, you know. No, sometimes it takes forever here. Thank you. I have to uninstall some of these because outside of Tomb Raider, I don't play any of the other stuff. Go back to Day by Daylight on my Xbox, so yeah. Grabbing food, okay, you too, enjoy your lunch. I have to put some shadow in here. So, like, you make the room extremely dark and then you just put lights in it instead of shadow bulbs? Yeah, that's what annoys me with this, for instance. It gets very, very dark. It doesn't show actually here, but it's... You saw it, it was almost black. And my usual solution was to move the shadow so it doesn't actually touch the object that I want to keep dark, but it doesn't always work, so perhaps I should just get rid of that altogether. Yeah, these shadows definitely make it a bit of an annoyance. Yeah, there is a flickering in TR4. I remember it distinctly. I think it started with Tomb Raider 3 when they reworked the shadows to give light colors and stuff. I think that's where it actually started. It was just so annoying because it made Lara just, from a shaded model, she sometimes just parts of her, like her legs or face or head. Yeah. Maybe I should try that. Maybe I'll remove all the shadows here and make the room very, very dark. Is there a way to remove all shadow objects from here? Two darkish rooms with sun bulbs. Could try that. It's still a testing phase. So I have a deadline to publish. I'm not taking part in any competition or whatsoever. I'll test that this particular room, and if it actually works, maybe I'll refrain from using the shadow bulbs altogether, unless they're in water, because underwater the lighting is different anyway, so... I should really refrain from launching Tomb Editor when I'm technically working. Who told you to launch Tomb Editor? Don't do that. Oops. Move to a room I don't want to change things in. So, like, make it this dark? Right, I want to see how that matches, so let's... That's a bit too much, but... Guess out. I wish there was a way to... do you normally, when you're in the testing phase, do you spawn Lara in a different location that you just try to test? Because this is like the last area. So I would have to go through the entire level again. Okay. Just hope I remember where to put her back. Like, as a function? How? There isn't a feature like that. Oh, really? Oh my god, I'm so stupid. Move that. Oh my god. Okay. I'm so stupid, Jesus. Okay, so move Laura. Oh my god. Can you fucking believe I just discovered this? So what? Now I'm... are you telling me that I've been... Is that's been always a thing in TRLE? Have I been just very, very stupid? Have I been that stupid? Like, oh Jesus. Oh my god. Yeah, I've been that stupid then. Oh my god. I never explored this option. I was too afraid to break something, and I was just so adamant that it's gonna clone her or do something. I remember originally I was just too afraid, and there was no internet then that could actually help me because there were no forums and stuff. It was very beginning of when Chronicles came out. I was like, yeah, I have no fucking clue what the fuck is this all about, and I never touched that button in the old editor. It wasn't there in the room edit. Oh, okay. So this is just Tomb Editor. Oh, okay. Then I'm just like, okay, yeah. Okay, so this is just new thing I haven't learned yet. That's fair. That's fair. Okay. Never mind. Carrying on. Carrying on. Need a proper ambience, thank you. Oh yeah, it is dark, but not too much. I think it's just as dark as I wanted it to be, really. Let me turn on the fire. I want to see how it looks with the fire. Maybe I won't lit it at all. I will just use a natural lighting. That would be cool. Uh-oh. Now I have it. Oof, this camera, I forgot to fix this. You love this room, Lee? I love it too. It took me a while to build it, actually, but I just love how it turned out to be. It's so Greco-Roman. More Greco than Roman, but whatever. Romans were inspired by a lot of Greek elements in their culture and architecture, so whatever. Nope. Wrong turn. Okay, let's see how it looks. Oh, it does look so much better, actually. I should have some torches lit up here, but... Oh yeah, I think it looks a lot better, actually. Yeah, like comparing this, where there are still some shadow bulbs, and this, where the objects aren't unnecessarily darkened. It does look a lot better. You are right. And it does still look like an abandoned place that normally is very, very dark. Ooh, I'm reworking the entire room then. Definitely oh, the cameras, of course. Camera, tell me, okay, but, it did change. Okay, maybe I should just keep it for the entirety, for every camera. By the way, creating flybys in Tomb Editor is just... it's just perfect. So easy to do that. Okay, so let's remove all the shadow bulbs from the rooms here. Yeah, delete it, just get rid of it. Let's make these rooms equally dark. I'll test it again. Yeah, you know, it's a good pointer that the shadow bulbs don't really do well for the levels most of the time, because if there is no geometry, imported geometry like objects that have interactive lighting, then perhaps, but when you do, it actually kind of ruins it, because the objects get really contrasty towards the walls and stuff, so they don't match. I do actually have some sun and light bulbs, so I'm just going to keep them. And I'm gonna remove all the shadows. I don't think you can remove all shadows like all together. I think you can just remove all dark, like all the light objects from a room. So I just want to do this manually because I want to keep the original ambience in this room. I want the other room a bit darker because it's away because there is a cut in here that actually leads to outside. So I don't want to make this room completely lightless. Yeah, I do use sun thingies. Go away. Stupid shadow, go away. Not all of them. Nope. Still a bit sitting here. Okay, so ambiance. Let's tone you down. Same for you. Probably add it as a favorite or something. Oh, wait. Clicked on the wrong room. These two rooms are actually the same room. I just didn't want to. That matches the rest. And here. Also a separate room. Not if. Okay, so now there's still one bitch sitting here. Go away. See if there aren't any. These are for the water room, so I'm not bothered. Oh, there's one bitch sitting here trying to survive. Alright, let's see how that looks. Shall we? That will require me to change the entirety, but you know what? At the very beginning of the level, I have very large issue with the light there as well. So, that might actually give me something to do in the afternoon when I'll be reworking the lighting. It does changes the workflow, it does. Actually, it makes it easier, if anything, but yeah. I have to agree, it does make a significant change. Ooh, I can already see the different ambience in there. Yeah, I just need to add these suns, because I don't know, they don't seem to be too pronounced. It does look a lot tidier, you are absolutely right, Gecko. Lara doesn't get this strange dark, the objects don't flicker with the light. You can still use the flares and they bounce off nicely of everything. I'm gonna copy the light from this room because I actually tried to shadow, but I think I put it in the wrong room for that. Fun fact, you don't have to move it, but I want it movable because... Oh great, they fixed the cameras. Haha! I was wondering which option did I miss, but yeah. It's a bit brighter here because there is a sun here. Or I didn't decrease the level of lighting anyway. I love the ability to capture diagonal ledges like that. Oops. For some reason, the level suddenly glitches at times. And what's a funny thing, there is no error in logs. I don't know. This has been happening ever since I've been using the new version of the level. I mean, the latest version. And I don't know if I've imported something, but it just does that when random shit happens and there doesn't seem to be anything in the error logs. So, I don't know. Why are you so bright? Stop being this bright. Okay, so I used... right, okay. This isn't a sun bulb. Okay, that makes sense. Oh, I've decreased its intensity. Okay, makes sense. Lighting crash calls one-on-one with Craig Michaels. I don't know. It crashes in random moments. It not even rat dying, but I don't know. Do you think the rat might be glitching the game? Because sometimes just when I draw the weapons, it crashes as well. So I don't know. Oh, I know what you mean. I actually have that done by this light, but maybe. Um, so like directly up, right? Does it bounce in any particular direction? I need to decrease its intensity because that's a bit too much. Or is it? Yeah, so if that's the source of the light, then it's to be a bit this way. And this way. All right, let's see. Yeah, it's more art than physics. It doesn't have to be like we're not creating ray tracing lookalike. It's more like trying to make things look nice and atmospheric, and that's the main goal. Okay, let's see. I see what you mean. There's a subtle green, bluish hue from the water. I should put it in the water too, I think. I wish I could just make the camera stay behind us so I can look at Lara. Yeah, but you can see that the light is bouncing from the direction of the light. You know, this is really cool. You can experiment with that lighting all you want, really. I will definitely work on its intensity. I think I want it a bit more intense. I gotta move it away. That's good, that's actually what I wanted. Those actually aren't sun bulbs. Oh, you mean to those rooms? Yeah. Look how it's nicely bouncing on the... Yeah, that really looks nice. Oh, with the fire it looks so much better now. It looks exactly as I wanted it to look like. Dark, abandoned, but now it has atmosphere. What do you mean hope for ray tracing? It's not like we're gonna get it. I mean, I don't even have a computer that could use it anyway, so... I love how the light... Oh shit. Is bouncing on the ledge here. I just love that. If I tried running ray tracing in my computer, it would have laughed at me. I'm not even joking. I mean, yeah, my computer would have said I am joking, because that ain't happening. Yeah, I have to say that this actually achieved the lighting style and type that I actually wanted from the get-go. But the lighting still looks really nice on this alcove here, on this semi-decorative alcove, because the lighting is keeping the proper perspective. Oops. Ooh, for a moment there I thought I'm gonna burn. Yep, all works as designed. Well, actually, funny thing, instead of actually building, I'm tweaking the lighting, but that's fine. It's as long as it gives me progress in actually building. I am not mad at all. Oopsie. I love that these fire sources actually are giving light to the upper room, so I don't have to light it at all manually. And it still looks pretty good, because both the objects and the walls and the ceilings are receiving the light in sufficient quantities. It's also not as dark as it would have been with no light, but it already looks quite nice. And there is no blackening thing on the objects from the manual shadow bulbs. Yeah, I think we're going to start refraining from using them all together. I don't know, I haven't actually gone through the original levels from Tomb Raider 4, but I think they used them quite extensively, the shadow bulbs, I mean. Which kind of kills the point. Not anytime soon, I'm still missing a huge chunk of a level, but I do appreciate the sentiment. This needs to go a bit higher. This needs to go here. Here. A little bit here. A slight tilt here. Another tilt here. Speed. Go. Not you, idiot. Copy this. I wish I could say really how quickly this is gonna come out, but honestly, I don't know. I'll definitely feel that I'm ready when I'm ready. But I'll definitely keep you guys advised. Actually, inspiration is actually something I've seen online, but also a lot of Assassin's Creed levels, locations too inspired me. Odyssey had a lot of that stuff. So yeah, I have to say Yeah, I definitely was inspired by a lot of things. I've been exploring a lot of stuff, and listening and watching a lot of stuff about Rome, ancient Rome, and how they used to function. And I just got inspired by this. To the point where I felt like, ooh, I want to do a Roman-inspired level. And, you know, the first level I started to work with, it was just like, oh, thanks, Carla. It was really more like a showcase level. I'm not sure if a lot of people actually understood the purpose of it, and the reviews kind of reflected that because they considered this to be a full level. I just wanted to be a showcase, and you can literally remake a Tomb Raider with Tomb Engine 10, even if it's not the intention of it. It's still something you can do. Because the engine is perfectly capable of perfecting the original ideology behind Tomb Raider classics, without rewriting their storylines, but like improving the overall gameplay. And that was the overall idea behind it. Shadow bulb here, isn't it? Of course there is. You, sir, are getting out. Goodbye. You were not invited. I just, you know, I love a lot of ambient music tracks and stuff. And for some reason, I mean, I just found a very nice ambient track that actually does give me the proper Tomb Raider vibes. And it's a YouTube video, really. A Rome bathhouse ambience or something, and I saw that bathhouse and I was like, Jesus, I want to make a TRLE with that. And I didn't copy the aesthetics because it was more marble, whitish and stuff, but I just like followed the style of it. And I know bathhouses from like Assassin's Creed Origins and Odyssey showcasing the Roman period, or the Greek and Roman period of both of these respective locations, like Egypt and Greece plus Sparta. And I was like, ooh, that would be so working well for a Tomb Raider. Like, ooh, I can't even express how well this would work. And that's what I started with. That's what I started with, and that's right. What are you lighting exactly? Oh, wrong light. Uh, no, this one. This one. Ah, that's what was wrong about it. Uh, I think it's but yeah, it's very small. It's kind of like a ruin that stands outside. It's not exactly very prominent, but yeah, Brotherhood actually, to me, I really have a problem with Brotherhood. Um, Meaning that it does a lot of stuff that it doesn't give Rome justice. I want to see a game that actually tackles Rome properly. Like it shows the ancient Rome for what it was. Um, let's see if this will work. Um, Oh yeah, I'm sure it's very Roman Greek themed and inspired. Do you have to wear a toga or is it optional? Oh my god, yeah. Those places. You mean there was, so it isn't a thing anymore? Am I understanding it right? You might be very distracted. Yeah, that's the thing. You might have had a lot of other aesthetic elements that might not have worked for you. Ooh, this looks already a lot better. Oh, yeah. That's the light I want. So even underwater, Lara is lit from the same source. Still bluish. The bounce of the light of the pool is definitely still here. Oh, this looks so much better now. Oh yeah, she would find tons of fans in there, I'm sure. Yeah, but this is the ambience I wanted for this level all along. Yep. We are hitting the proper vibe here. And I do love working off with flyby cameras. It's so easy. I can't believe they made it so easy. I think it was a bit of a bitch in the old editor. But here it's so freaking easy. Oh, I forgot to put a sun here. Silly me. Oh, this looks already so much better. The light comes from that hole, that crack. Oh, just perfect. Yeah, room without sunflower Lara. Yeah, she looks very, very basic. Yeah, basic Lara. Yeah, like here. But I just remove the shadows from here without actually working over anything else. But something fixable for sure. Oh, forgot to trigger the fire. Whatever. Place the bulb, but God forbid I trigger it, right? Okay, so we need to just rotate this gate or put it elsewhere because it's annoying me now. Challenging me. The bitch dares to challenge me. That's rude. Now you can see the transition here, although there's light with the fire now. Oh no, what are you doing, stupid bitch? Oh yeah, sure, why not? Nope. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it the OG one. The dev slash myself intended way. Oh my god. Go stop. Don't ban. I won't ban you. Who'd come to my streams and say how good I am as a builder when I'm absolutely basic? No, but really, don't ban people unless they're advertising. Yeah, but it's great that it's not constantly dark. You're gonna make a hole in here too. It's a similar type to the one that's near the entrance. Just for like some asymmetry. I love how all the textures are bouncing off the light now. Yeah, that was definitely an improvement. Like, I can't believe I'm gonna have to rework the entire level now with this system of lighting because I can't be bothered. Others' comments are being deleted on chat but not on stream. What do you mean? What happened? I don't see any comments. I didn't ban anyone. Heck, I didn't even have any moderation on. What did Carla write? Was it something nasty? Ah. It must be a YouTube thing. I see this comment here. I don't know. Maybe the word glory hole is banned for whatever reason. Oh, even the lighting goes flat here. Yeah, okay, so I have an idea. To be a bit more intense as well. Um, let me just delete and copy this over. Yeah, the flame torches. The default flame has been altered, and now it looks properly nice. Sure. Copy. Paste. And I forgot to darken this. I'm gonna do one last test because actually I don't have a lot of time for a longer stream. I've been live for over 2 hours. It's gonna be 2.5 roughly soon, ish. Reason why is that I'm actually visiting my mum's. But I might actually feel inclined to make a stream later. Which floor tile is this? Okay, this is where the room ends. Okay. Paste it here. Paste it here, but I'll place it here. So there's a continuity, you don't see a cut out. And lighting between the rooms. This one's darker. This can be a lot darker. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to place a sun here. This point. Color will be blue. Ooh, that's gonna look good. Yeah, but those were nice homages, Gakko. Taking them out of games actually was just brilliant. It was a brilliant touch. You did use Jenny's voice, which I do really appreciate because a lot of people have started using AI voices. I have a very big irk with that. For one reason, they're very bad approximations. And secondly, they work off someone's talent or voice, making them say things that they might not have said. And I don't really appreciate that. Alright, last test. Yeah, she does. Those AI things make a lot of basic mistakes, but right now, with everything that's been going on around the world and with SAG-AFTRA, with the Writers Guild, and the fact that recently Zoom has actually released an update to their terms and conditions, and they can use everything and anything from your Zoom sessions. They can record it, they can remix it, they can redo whatever they like. And you have no means of saying a thing about it. And like, hello? Any personal rights or anything whatsoever? Like, yeah. Oh, this works very nicely. Yeah, now it's consistent. Lara isn't two-dimensional. Ooh, this lighting looks good. Oh, look at that. This looks really nice. And here that it's just coming in from outside of the room. Oh my god, this is just perfection. And the fire adds a second layer of colors. Look at that. That is just... Oh, this is just beautiful. I love that. I'm sorry, I love it. I love what I just did. But that's thanks to you, Gecko. I just love this. This is just brilliant. Ooh, nice. Nice, nice, nice. Even underwater, the lighting is still consistent. What I really dislike about a lot of TRLEs is that the lighting underwater Yeah, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, totally. It's actually not so far-fetched from modern gaming because I know like original 2013 The Last of Us actually used this quite extensively. So they were using the bouncing light sources. They didn't have the technology then on PS3 that they could like really simulate the light bouncing off objects. So I mean, they couldn't have that emulated in real time. So they had to like make an approximation of it. And what they did was actually when a light is casting on a particular colored. Yeah, they did actually. Just that I come to think of it. Um, but uh, but Last of Us was like quite more extensive in that department. The water looks actually more realistic now. Now that I look at that, the coloring has been toned down. It's not so artificial, I guess. It's not so sugary, dreamy, bluish. I think it's now. And the lighting is consistent when you change rooms here as well. Nice. I like that. What I like about 10 is that the light sources are more consistent between the rooms, not only inside of these rooms. So when you like create a light source that casts shadow, it casts inside of like different rooms as long as the source is still visible. Yeah, this definitely is more to my liking. You know, just incredible. I can even compare the recording of this level before and now, when I already can see that this looks a million times better than what it used to be. And here is flat. Lara is flat because I've added no suns yet. That will come later. I need to figure out how to build like the entrance to the underground cistern. This is supposed to be like a service room, and I'm just wondering, should there be like a broken wall leading to the cistern that's powering it, or should it be a deliberate entrance that you just happen to easily come in? I'm just like, I'm wondering how that would look. Yeah, the corridors should be darker. I'm absolutely with you on that. I will definitely also turn down the light sources in them because the suns that I've put in here are making it a bit too bright, but that's just a matter of tweaking. But I do love this, how this light bounces off from this room. Oh god, this looks so freaking good. This looks so freaking good now with the fire and everything. Look at that. Oh, it's just brilliant. Bloody brilliant. Yeah, the light on her thighs and on her arms is just... And on her face, look at that. This is what we like in Tomb Raider. Ambient lighting that is cast off bounces of stuff. Oh, that's one thing how I learned how to draw, because I tended to draw once in a while. I haven't done that in a while. I don't know if I can still draw. But the way I learned it was just try to emulate the lighting and shadowing in Tomb Raider 4. Because that was my first Tomb Raider. She could break a watermelon with them. Well, I think Gecko was mentioning how they were lit, but you are right. I think she could. That was the charm of Lara, really. That was just her inner charm. I don't think it's an inner charm, it's an outer charm. It's very much out there. These thighs are very much out there. But I love this model that is an approximation of AOD Lara, but it also is based on classic tier 3 Lara. Because her boobs are like tier 3 and her face is tier 3. I just love this model so much. Well, those thighs, those hips, they don't lie. You know, in a room which has a mural like this, or this intensively blue, you can actually create a sun that bounces off the light of it too. Oh my god, Gecko, what did you do to me? Now I want to rework my entire Craft Manor level with that lighting. Oh my god, I want to work on it now. I can't, but I will. I shouldn't. Because I said it's gonna be the ultimate version, but Jesus Christ, like, yeah, that lighting definitely needs fixing in Craftman. And there are some opportunities to, like, rework the lighting and make that bouncing off effect. Oh my god, what did you do to me, Gecko? How could you? Oh well, I'm just gonna have to do that. Camera, what the fuck are you doing? Yeah, but this lighting is really doing... It's tickling all of the spots. It's really hitting all the spots. Like this light subtly casting from the pool and also the light from the fire. Yeah, this is just... Oh. I'm loving this. This was a very productive session because I learned a new thing. That you can actually approximate bouncing off the light and stuff, and this is really just hitting all of my vibes because I do love lighting. I have been reactivating all of the suns in my gigantic level. Oh, okay. Oh, so it's a new thing. I wouldn't be able to do that in the previous versions of 10. That's good to know. Ah, it was such a lovely swan dive and she ruined it. It's her fault, by the way. She ruined it. This is something that's a 10 feature, but look at this, how the light transitions to the... Because this is an upper level already, but it transitions off. So the light that's hitting it from the underside, it's actually slightly transitioning into the next room. So there's a... It's not like a hard boundary, but it's like transitioning a bit over. That looks really good. Yup, that's what we like. Whoa, 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 whoa. Why the jiggling? Why Lara's jiggle jiggle? Right, done with testing. I definitely need to make these rooms darker. I think I didn't make them dark enough. Could be almost black because that's not gonna make a difference. That's still gonna be lit up. This room can also go a little bit darker. So is this. I'm not putting the sun here because, for one, Lara isn't going to be there, and when we turn on the light, it's going to be diminished anyway, so there's no point. This room can be... no? Maybe not. Finally trigger this. Yeah, that looks about right. No worries. I'll be finishing off soon because I need to go to my mum's. And yeah, I'll see if I'll have the energy and living force to restream, or will I be building offline? We'll see. Yeah, I just want to run a final test about these side rooms if they're dark enough. Because if they're not, I'm gonna be raging. But yeah, that's just one thing I want to test before I head off. Oh my god. My neck still hurts. It's been the third day since I had this awful neck pain. I woke up like that and it's just nagging me ever since. to check the side rooms. I need to actually get to them. You gonna be massaging me? Excuse me? Just no unsolicited dick pics, please. I'm assuming you wanted to say message, but... Yeah, I mean, it's better... Oh, you want to massage me? Well, to be fair, my boyfriend is so far away. I haven't seen him in like 1.5 weeks now, and it turns out that I won't see him this week because he's going to the US again. So yeah. Forever alone. Even when I have a boyfriend, I'm alone. Oh yeah, maybe a massage could do. Oopsie. Oh well, it's not that high. Still too bright, Jesus. Oh no, this is fine. Okay, I didn't touch that room actually, now that I remember. Oh, this looks nice. The fuckers actually made more impact here. Oh my god, this light is so good! I can't believe I made such a good lighting. This room is supposed to be a side room that is insignificant, and it turns out to be one of the best lit rooms in the fucking level. Jesus. I fucking can't believe it, how good it looks like. Like the way Lara is lit up from below by the water. Oh my god, I can't believe this. This is so freaking cool. Yeah, the key room is a separate one. I forgot to... Oh, for fuck's sake, that's stupid. Fuck off. And I put the fucking fire so high enough. Oh, by the way, I love that there is smoke coming off Lava, so she was really burning up. Yeah, the key room is bland. I saw that she was totally 2D, but I don't have that time to actually fix this today. I mean, just now. I might fix it later. Yeah, but this looks good. I'm not going to change anything in lighting here. I want the light to be focused enough to actually cast shadow. Oh, this is so fucking good. Can't believe I managed to actually pull off a proper Tomb Raider classic like lighting that's multi-layered and multi-source, and it just looks like a proper Tomb Raider. One of the things that is just pissing me off in a lot of TRLEs is the lighting that is two-dimensional. So there's only like one light, one shadow in a room, and they call it a day, and they call it lit. And I know that, you know, some people are on different level of building and they just have different sense of aesthetics, but it just doesn't tickle my sense. If it doesn't tickle all of my senses, I can't play it. And I'm not pointing fingers at anyone because I can't think of anyone in particular, but I remember running into levels which were just lacking somehow. They were just like flat and two-dimensional, and they weren't hitting the proper vibe. Like, this is a lot better. It's doing a lot more right now. But yeah, that's all the time I had today, folks. I will definitely... I just need to put Lara back into her place. We can't have her in the wrong standing point. Now you can't decrease her size. There is no square gouge on the thingy-majig, so it doesn't allow me to. Oh, imagine how this place is going to look like when I remove all the lighting and just add the proper one. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh, can you imagine? Like this way, the way it's lit right now, it pisses me off because of the shadow creates a square. It is diffused, but it's also not. It's still geometrical, and it pisses me off beyond reason. But now that I can make actually very consistent. Now this room is definitely not going to be red because it's going to be bouncing off the light here, rather than, oh my god. Yeah, there is room. Transform. No, it's under items, I think. Uh, delete lights in selected rooms, but it doesn't have the option to remove shadows. So I don't know. Would that actually remove everything, or just the lights, or the shadows as well? Delete lights. Oh, in the level. It's deleting lights in every single room in all the level. I will do this manually then, because not gonna do it. Like, not for a room. If it's not for the room, I'm not gonna do this. Because there are still rooms which I like the lighting in them, and yeah. It would be too painful. I think I'm gonna rework this by hand manually rather than go this way. It's not a shortcut. It's just giving me too much work to do, because some of the rooms are lit well enough that I will keep them as they are because I already put some light sun in there. It's the rooms which are using too much shadows which will be reworked, but that is a separate thing. Yeah, I'm never touching that button unless the level is fresh and completely unlit and I just put a few light bulbs and I want to remove them. I'm not going through the entirety all over again from starter. No siree, not gonna happen. Nope. But it's definitely helpful that it creates a more consistent lighting, and I'm happy that I've actually been told that this is a thing now because I had no idea. I didn't know that this is a new thing that you can actually apply multiple suns into a room, because that also helps a lot. But yeah, I'll definitely do that at a later time. I'll build the level with Lara in her proper room, but I will be finishing the stream. I won't be playing it or anything like it. Yeah, but thanks Gecko and 13th earlier and Carla for popping in. I really do appreciate you coming in. And that was educational for me again. I thought I'm going to be showcasing things how you build, but then again, I've learned I had up to 3 rooms per room for the beginning. Oh yeah, I do remember that lighting stood out in the beginning level. It was really, I still think it was one of the best looking and working levels. It didn't have anything revolutionary, as in you didn't use any of the fancy stuff that they use in levels like Mists of Avalon, where you have that imported geometry that is overlapping with the OG geometry and pretending, you know, it's less blocky. But it just had this it is classic, but it's also, it improved upon so many elements, like all the animations you had. Yeah, now you have the Tower Bridge knowledge, what you can do, like the train tunnels, the movable, the ascenders, all of that is just adding. And 10, I think 10 is a really great tool to experiment and do unusual things, but with a classic twist to them. I don't see 10 needing all of the fancy stuff, like, you know, the imported geometry that overlaps the physical aspect of the levels. It's It's more like it gives you opportunity to create more modern take on a classic Tomb Raider thing. For me, it doesn't have to be revolutionary. I do like how I did this room, by the way. Oh, now think about it. I'll put a sun in here. One middle. How do I know? Oh. I don't think if this is gonna improve anything. Here I am manually fixing lighting again. I wasn't supposed to do that, but... Oh, what the hell. I'm gonna do this one more. I just want to see one thing. If it's gonna improve it. Just a small test. Yeah, I remember about that. I just remembered after I pressed the F5 and I don't want to cancel it. So I just want to see how it behaves and... Oh, I can already tell it looks better without actually diving into that room. Look at her. Look at this. This is brilliant. Look at the duality of the way she's being lit. Oh my goodness. This is just... Yeah, it's gone now, but in this room, it just looks... Oh... And it now nicely blends into the higher level. Oh my goodness. Yep, that's gonna be my new thing. It's gonna be my new thing, reworking all of that. But yeah, that is just, just so good. and decrease its intensity. It's not as bright as if you're coming out of the water. Hmm. Yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing for the next weeks, because I'm going to be reworking light in every level I've made so far. I mean, every 2 levels, because that's how many I've done. But yeah, Croft Manor is definitely having an overhaul soon-ish. But yeah, that's a secondary thing. But yeah, that's all the time I had for today. I'm going to be ending now because we need to go to my mum's now. But yeah, thanks for joining in. Thanks for popping. I really do appreciate being here with me. And yeah, we will be seeing you guys next when I will have the time. I'm thinking about streaming tomorrow, but I don't know how I'm gonna feel, how I'm gonna, you know, if my neck isn't gonna go worse. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna try do something, and during the weekend perhaps stop at Gecko. And yeah, thanks for being here. Thanks for teaching me new trick, Gecko. Every time you come, you say, teach me master, and then you turn out to be the master because you teach me some brilliant stuff that I've never had a clue about. And then it's just like, oh my god, I've been so incompetent. Like, oof, I can't believe it. But yeah, that's just how it is. Just how it is, and I can't help it but be appreciative of it, because no joking, I do love my self-made building. I do love building levels. It's my new favorite thing. And I love doing it, not gonna lie. Thanks 13th for being here as well. I hope you have a great rest of your day. Don't know if you're streaming, but I will definitely be having my eyes out for that. If you are, because yeah, we love 13th streaming. And yeah, keep it safe, take it steady, have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you next time. Cheers guys, bye!